Hey everyone, and welcome to the Entrepreneur Pod Guide, created to share the collective wisdom of everyday entrepreneurs who are bringing their visions to life, the ones in the arena. We've all read the same billionaire books, but what about the wisdom from the entrepreneur next door? The ones building, learning, failing forward, and figuring it out one step at a time. I'm your host, Britt Rodriguez, and every episode we're bringing you honest conversations, fresh insights, and lessons from entrepreneurs just like you. This is your place to learn, grow, and get inspired by your fellow business owners who are actually out there building businesses today, not just dreaming about them. So let's get started.
And once I felt like that, I couldn't work under someone else anymore. I just couldn't do it. So I took that risk. It was so scary, probably the scariest thing I've ever done, but like high risk, high reward.
And you actually had great results because in just a few months' time, didn't you see some pretty
I
great results?
quadrupled my income in like 6 months. Yeah.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Entrepreneur Pod Guide. I am so excited to share the following conversation with you because I had the absolute joy of sitting down with Pamela and Chloe from Supreme Care Group. These two are bright, warm, funny, and engaging women who are out there changing lives every single day. And you're about to hear exactly why I am now obsessed with them. From Pamela's story to stepping out on her own to build her business, even when every single person in her life was telling her not to. It's the kind of entrepreneurial leap journey that gives you full body chills. And Chloe is here also dropping sales wisdom that every single entrepreneur needs to hear. And it's the kind that reframes how you show up, build relationships, and create genuine trust with your clients. They talk about building a business rooted in genuine relationships, how to avoid the wrong clients, the ones that none of us want in our portfolio, how to stay grounded when things get wild, and how to lead with compassion while still being an absolute powerhouse. Entrepreneurs, you are going to walk away from this episode flying on cloud nine, just like I did. I left this conversation so lit up, so grateful, and honestly wishing we could have talked for another 2 hours. And you're about to hear why. So without further ado, let's jump in and talk with Pamela and Chloe. Pamela and Chloe, I have two guests today. It's very exciting. They are joining us from the Supreme Care Group. Thank you both for joining us on the podcast today.
Thank you for having
We're
us.
so happy to be here.
First of all, let's jump in. Tell us a little bit about yourselves and about your business.
Okay. So my name is Pamela Frenkel. I live in New York and I've been in the healthcare space for a while, but our business is relatively new. October's 2 years. And Chloe, we were so lucky to have her join us a year ago. And basically what we do is we are a marketing agency. We help subacute rehab centers mainly, but sometimes various healthcare groups with their census and with their marketing. We deal with all the New York City hospitals, doctors, surgeons, social workers, families, and we're basically helping that transition and placement with patients that are in the hospital that need long-term care or short-term rehabilitation after surgery or procedure. So it's twofold. It's very medically focused, and we're dealing with a lot of hospitals and doctors and medical staff, but we're also dealing a lot with the families and the actual facilities and all the employees there and kind of like bridging the two together.
Nice. Love it. And Chloe, can you share a little bit about how you're helping Pamela with this awesome company she's running?
Yes,
Everything.
I will. So I joined Pamela's team probably about around a year. Pamela threw me a huge party, first of all. Everybody I talked to, like all of my friends are like, I didn't even get a LinkedIn notification, like a LinkedIn thank you. My boss throws me a whole party for my one. So that just like goes to show you what type of boss Pamela is. So I've been with the team for about a year now. I am mainly always in the hospitals, so I am kind of responsible for being a friendly face, talking to social workers, developing that interpersonal relationship with. Like, I really love the way that we market and the way our business is structured because it's on such a personal level and it's so natural. Like, when I come into the hospitals and I see my social workers and like the people who we do business with, I know about their families, their kids, it's just such a different relationship when you actually love the people that you're going to see. And we really like make that investment into them. Like, we always take them out and do stuff together. So I'm kind of responsible for maintaining that relationship, going into the hospitals, seeing if they have patients that need help. So it's like twofold. My job is one, meeting new social workers and developing relationships with them, and then also getting patients for our buildings. It's kind of a little bit of what I do, like a simplified version.
I love it. And I love the personal touch because it's so important. And we're certainly going to get there in a second because I have a little more on that for you, Chloe.
Mhm.
Before we get there, Pamela, when we last spoke, you told me something interesting. So you have been in this space before as an employee, and then you decided to venture out on your own, which I love. Can you talk a little bit about that and basically what made you go, okay, instead of working with a company here, I'm gonna make my own and I'm gonna I'm sure you saw something in the market that you were like, I can do that. I can solve this need. And there's a beautiful story behind that. Can you share that? I love it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if I miss anything that you loved, you can remind me. But basically, so I'm a single mom and I have 3 kids, and I got into this field, like I said, a long time ago, but really nobody basically ever did what we do independently. So it is a well-known, position to have a marketer or liaison. Usually individual facilities have their own, right? But there wasn't really this concept of a third party company like us that could represent multiple, which makes it a little bit more cost efficient for them and is much more lucrative for us. And it was not done before. So it was hard to kind of a lot of facilities or owners or people thought like, how are you going to do this? How are they going to trust you? Like they don't own you. You're not their employee. Um, but I was doing it already for so long, and I really felt that I had that hold over, the New York City hospitals and staff. I was working with them for so long, for like over 10 years. And I really started to feel like, obviously, they're not my buildings, it's not my overhead, but I really felt that the business was coming from my time, my effort, my relationship with them. And eventually I just got to a point, I don't know, it was like really from God and just like different things that I feel like for people that have that like burning desire, you just come to a point where you can't work for someone else anymore. Like even if it doesn't make sense and it's going well, I loved my old company. I was there for a few years. I had an amazing position. I was getting paid nicely. I loved my colleagues, everything. But once I kind of like had that realization or feeling of like, I could do this for myself, it's going to be scary. It's going to be a lot more work. It's a huge risk. It's a huge undertaking. It's like giving birth to a baby. But I was like, I could do it. And once I felt like that, I couldn't work under someone else anymore. I just couldn't do it. So I took that risk. It was so scary. It was like literally probably the scariest thing I've ever done. Um, but like high risk, high reward, and people really tried to scare me. I mean, like even my family who cares about me, they were like nervous, like to see you go from a steady salary, even though nothing's steady or secure, but that's how you feel when you're an employee. They were scared, I have kids, I have a house. My old company was like, you're making a mistake, like don't do it, and you really just have to like take the jump if you believe in yourself and work hard and then here we are.
I love it, and that is exactly the part of the story I was talking about because I remember, people telling you, "Don't do this. What are you doing? You're crazy." Like, and you were like, "Well, I'm still going." That takes a lot of gut, right? And a lot of grit to be like, "Okay, well, these people that I love and respect are telling me not to do this, but I'm so convinced I'm gonna do it." And you actually had great results because in just a few months' time, didn't you see some
Yeah,
pretty
I
great
like
results?
quadrupled my income in like 6 months. Yeah. And it doesn't always stay, like we have contracts, but even that to me, that was God being like, you're doing something right, You're gonna have better months of business, right? It's not always it's gonna go like that. But it wasn't like I was, pushing or investing or kept putting into something that I wasn't seeing it back. Like I felt like, first of all, I'm not patient and I would never have been able to wait.
Mhm.
But like I felt like that was God being like, okay, you're in the right direction. Like keep going, And I really feel, thank God, first of all, blessed me with Chloe, but I really feel like we do like service a needs because we're not just for one facility, we really are able to give like very honest advice. And we'll say, even if it's not a good fit for one of our places, like our priority is you know, being there for the families and placing them and making sure they have good care and it's at a good match. But I think that that really offers a service to the families and to the hospital staff because we don't just work for one facility. So they call us sometimes even for places that aren't ours because they just know that we're well connected and we have a big network. And then we're really able to help them in a lot of different ways.
That's awesome, and it kinda ties into what Chloe was saying earlier, like, the trust building part. That's so big because you can't like, that helps a lot of people really understand what your motivations are as a company, and they're like, "Oh, if they are willing to actually give me a recommendation outside themselves, I
Yeah.
can tell that they really actually care what's best for us, not just, what they can sell us." And so that's, like, a great way that you guys have built trust with your clients, and then, Chloe, can you speak a little bit like, you were talking about how you have this great relationship with them, like, um how do you go about developing that? Because, I mean, these are big clients, right? Like it's
Yeah.
hard. This is like sensitive stuff. This is a healthcare field. This is a
Mhm.
lot of really vital stuff, right? And so tell me about how you go about doing that and making these great relationships with your clients.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't wanna go on like a whirlwind, but I'll just say this. So when I first like got into this industry, I've been working since I'm 12 years old. So I am very much within the mindset of like output produce. Like I always kind of thought you have to like do so much and do so much and be something you're not. Like I wanted to be an investment banker, mind you. I
Thank
was in
God you did
mind
it.
you, I was in double math periods, like barely passed math, but I just thought like that was my idea of success was like, okay, well, I want to be successful, so I have to change who I am and be somebody I'm not. And like every job I had before Pamela kind of like validated that feeling of you have to be like smart in math or you have to be smart at like economics or something to be quote unquote successful. But I never realized that, like, my natural God-given ability to, like, talk to a wall could get me further than those, like, investment banking classes and those economic classes. So, I think the moment that I just kinda honed in and, like, was very genuine and very myself was what builded those relationships. Like, it was really hard at first to walk into rooms where people, like, don't wanna talk to you. You know, these social workers work a really long day. Like, I don't even blame them. I would be the same exact way. They deal with so many different personalities. So for me, when I first started, it was kind of hard of being somewhere that you're not necessarily supposed to be, and then you feel like you're selling something. But honestly, it was just a reframe. Like I was like, instead of thinking of this like I'm bothering people, I'm coming in, I'm bringing good energy, I'm bringing a bright light, you know. So it just like that reframe kind of helped me just be more myself. And whoever you hit it off with, great. Whoever you don't, have a professional relationship with. So I think that kind of helped me
I love
a
it.
little
And
bit.
how did
I don't know if that
Pamela
makes sense the way I
Yeah.
explained it, but
No, I love that. That's so good. And I love that Pamela helped you realize you could be more of yourself, Chloe.
yeah.
How did she do that for you to make you feel like, hey, I can really be myself here? And that's obviously come across in your clients.
Yeah. I feel like the thing that Pam does, which is so different, like I said, I've been working since I'm 12 years old. So I've dealt with a lot of bosses, a lot of managers. I've dealt with so much different personalities, let's just say. Every single boss and manager I have is always like spoken down to you and like spoken negatively. It's kind of just how it is. But Pam speaks so much life into me. She always, even when I first started, like from the first day, it was just like, you got this, you're gonna do so good. And I really just think that like as a boss and as a manager, when they speak life into you and they see something in you, it makes you want to work harder. I feel like a lot of times people think the opposite.
Mm.
Like a lot of time bosses think if they yell at you or they, it's gonna make you work better, but it doesn't. It actually just makes you like distasteful towards your employer. But Pam had the opposite approach. And for me, that was so refreshing, especially like coming out of college, I'll say. So humbling. I don't know who was sold the dream that you're gonna go to college and there's gonna be a million six-figure jobs lined up for you. Like that's the dream that I was sold in. But I was humbled so heavily when I got out of college and so many rejections, so much negative things. And, so finally working for somebody that was like, no, I see so much in you. You have so much light. You have so much passion. It made you want to be good and work harder.
I love
So
that. Oh, Pamela, I hope that makes you feel good.
No, I wanna say, Chloe, if you wanna hear this story, I was so nervous, almost just as nervous to open the company was to hire somebody. Like,
Yeah.
I never these are my relationships I had over 10 years, you know what I'm saying? So, these are people I was always going to see by myself. So to take my brand new baby company and now bring someone in and, like, have them represent and be, like, dealing with, like, the patients that I was used to always handling everything. So, it was, like, it was very scary for me, and
Yeah.
my best friend has a recruiting company, and she narrowed it down to 2, and it was, like, the second we Zoomed with Chloe, I was like, I want that
Mhm.
one.
Did
And,
you
like
just feel it, Pamela?
yes,
Yeah.
and, like, what's cool, what I think what, like, we were saying is even though this profession, it's you have to be very professional, you have to be very sensitive, empathic, right? We're dealing, like you said, with, like, vulnerable population, medical, like, very it could be something minor like a hip fracture, and it could also be a patient on a vent. It could be a patient
Mhm.
on hospice, cancer treatments, I mean, like, the whole thing, so but somebody who has like you can't teach someone personality. You can't teach
Yeah.
somebody how to deal with people. We deal with every single gender, population, age, stage, and race, language. Like you can't teach that. And Chloe, even though she was like young, it was like you saw right away that's natural for her. And I think, like she said, if you take what comes natural to you and what you love and what's like your
Mhm.
strength, which for her it's like dealing with people and being able to read the room and all of that, then, like, you're gonna go so far and it's gonna feel natural, and
Exactly.
she has that for sure.
Yeah. Definitely, like, playing more into, like, EQ and all of those things. I always it just really helped me a lot. I genuinely love the people that we meet, and you come across so many different faces in the hospital. So kinda, like, going back to when I first started, I felt like I was bothering people, and didn't wanna take up space, but now I'm like, I have a reason to be here. I wanna help. I care about these people, So I think just coming in with a different approach and a reframe kinda changed how I built relationships.
And I'm glad that you did that because, like Pamela said, you guys are providing such a good service, and you can
Mhm.
certainly go into something feeling like that. And I feel like every person feels that in their
Yeah.
business growing journey. Like we all feel that, and the reframe is so important because sales at the end of the day, it's just saying I want to help you. Like
Yeah.
like, in the most genuine, like, kind, loving sense of it, and it sounds like that's exactly how you guys operate, and I love that. Um, if you didn't go in there, Chloe, they would never know, right? And they would still
Exactly.
be overspending and probably be working with people that don't have their best interests at heart. So, like,
Mhm.
every time you go in, I love that you were able to reframe that for yourself because it's so vital. I have an
So
idea.
cute.
What I think this next answer will be to this question, but just because of what you guys have given me so far, but I do love to ask it. So for both of you, we'll start with you, Pamela. Pamela, what has been the most rewarding part so far of creating the Supreme Care Group?
I mean, I would say maybe it's, like, more on a personal level, like, it changed my life. Just not even anything, like, physical, like, even if tomorrow, like, whatever, everyone, like, I don't know, we get to live in Hawaii and don't have to work. Um, like, it taught me so much about myself. It gave me so much, like, resilience and confidence. I feel like I could do anything. I had to besides the business, so many parts, like, I have a bookkeeper, I have an accountant, I do payroll, I have taxes, I have so many things that when you're an employee, you get the check, whatever, you file taxes, like, that's it? Here, you're giving people jobs, like, you have employees, you have a team, you have clients, you have so many things. You have people that are gonna not pay you, and you have people that maybe you're gonna there's so many parts of it. So like it made me grow tremendously as a person, as a woman in business. I feel like it was amazing for my kids to see. Like I bring them sometimes to like our holiday parties. Like I really beg them slash force them to come like in the beginning because I'm like they're already teenagers and I want them to see. I think it really changes you when you see like one of your parents like have their own thing, even if it's small. It could be like a fruit stand, but still, it's like, it's yours. Um, So that really, like, it just changed everything about me. Like, I think I would never be the person I am, even if I was doing the same exact thing and I was doing an amazing job for another company and they loved me and they appreciated me, but, like, I built something now, like, I created something and
I hope you are so proud of it because I'm sure your
Mhm.
kids are like crazy proud of you. What you said here is like so good when you flip to becoming the entrepreneur and the creator. It's so different than the employee. And like you said, like Chloe would not be on this call with us today. She could still be getting rejection notices and being
No,
super ticked off.
never. She
You
would
would have
be
landed
grabbed up, trust me.
Oh, you would
No.
Chloe, you would have been swiped up. But the cool thing is that because Pamela was brave and created this thing, you got to
Mhm.
work with her. Like this very specific thing
Yeah.
happened because Pamela took those steps, which is awesome. And then it gave you a job that lights you up. Like I could tell you
Yes.
love working with her in
Yes.
particular, and that you do love your clients, which is so cool.
Yes.
So for you, Chloe, too, what has been like the most rewarding part of your journey so far?
I would say it's definitely twofold. On a personal level, exactly what Pam spoke about, the confidence. As someone who, worked, our job isn't really a 9 to 5. It is on a time schedule, but like we do a lot of happy hours and events. Coming from that transition of going out of college, working a normal quote unquote 9 to 5, you kind of don't want to ever take up space. You don't ever want to talk too loudly. You never want to draw attention to yourself. So going from a role where it's like now everybody's heads are looking at you, you're walking into rooms that maybe you're not supposed to be in, or so of course, I think overcoming that hurdle was really big for me and put so much confidence in me. Like now I'm much more comfortable talking to new people, and literally all I do for a living is socialize. So that skill can be transmitted throughout all of life. Like I feel so much more comfortable and so much more easy just starting conversations with other people. I was telling Pam, I went to a new church by myself this Sunday, and, something like that, I would be so scared to not do it with a friend or not do something completely by myself. And I feel like this job is an example of just the confidence that I've built and that I'm able to walk into a room where I don't know anybody and still go up to people and be like, "Hi, what's your name?" Like, "My name's Chloe." And if you told me I would do that a year ago, no, like
Mhm.
it would not even have happened. So I would say that on a personal level for me is the biggest reward. And I just feel like so much more myself and allowed to be. And then I would say on the flip side, I loved throwing events and I love having happy hours. And I just love seeing a result of all the connections that you make on a daily basis. And when, people from the hospital show up for you or you make a really good connection with a family member,
Yeah.
I will say there's nothing better than hearing from families. Like you made me feel so safe when I was giving my mom going to a nursing home, like having families be like that, you being a friendly face and someone to talk to and someone to go back to while I was going through this, what's the word? Transferable process, I guess. Transferring from a hospital to a nursing home. It's really scary, especially as a parent. I mean, I took care of my grandma for so long, so it's a very overwhelming thing of where to care for your older ones. But I think just being able to be a friendly voice and having someone tell you, you really helped me and made a difficult situation better has been the most like fulfilling aspect of it. But yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you both so I'd love to go to this next question because I feel like it kind of comes out of what you both just said. So I love to ask what is working for a company like yours. You guys are out there. I know you mentioned you go through seasons, Pamela. But I know that your seasons are strong. You're doing so
Yeah,
well,
thank you.
which is awesome. Yeah. So a lot of entrepreneurs, that's where they get stuck. Like they love the product. They create the thing, whatever it is that they brought to market to help, solve a need. But like Chloe, what we were just mentioning, a lot of them get stuck. They feel weird in the sales role or in the client acquisition role. But I love Mark Cuban's quote, which is sales cures all. At the end of the day, you got to have it. Like Chloe wouldn't be here today. Pamela wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be here
Hmm.
today if it weren't for sales. So what is working for you guys? And both of you chip in about, what you've seen working, what's working with you in client acquisition right now.
Okay, so I'll start and then Chloe, you'll pipe in. I mean, I think together we learned, like, thank God we have a really good reputation. I think not a lot of people are like us. Like we said, like we're super personal and we're honest and we're hardworking, but we also bring fun, right? So there were a lot of people that were reaching out and wanting to hire us. And there was a point, like, remember, Chloe, like we were busting, but at the same time, like we were machines. Like
Yeah.
it was way too much. And also, like we were juggling, so not all of it's gonna work, and then you end up kind of like not feeling good when really you could still have like 5, 6 amazing happy clients, but you're like so focused on these two that aren't really a good fit, but you're trying and it like sucks your energy, you know? So I can't speak for every business. Some people have a lot more help or bigger teams or things like that. But like we keep it very hands on and small. And I would say that like we kind of learned, or I learned that not every client is the right client. It's not even
Mhm.
about like the contract being in front of you and then trying to like hire you and give you money. Like there's a lot to be said about the quality of your days. There's a lot to be said about you feeling good and fulfilled and successful at the clients that you're bringing in to like think more long term, right? Not just like, okay, cool, I have this client for 3 months, but the next 3 months I'm stressed, I'm unhappy, I don't have time for anybody. I'm dropping the ball on my like more steady long-term clients. So I would say that's definitely a big thing to think about. It was like you're choosing your client just as much as they're choosing you if you want to really last.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah,
I will
Chloe.
I will say that. I will say for me, short term, definitely being super detail oriented and follow up oriented has been caused the best sales. Whenever like you are selling a bed or selling a bed in the nursing homes, to just be, I don't want to say the word persistent because nobody likes to feeling any of these like designer brands like Louis Vuitton, they don't solicit, right? But being persistent in a way where it doesn't come off as like you're being harassing them, but just, "Hey, if you want the bed, like, let me know. I hope you're having a great week." Again, like, reframing it. Yes, you might be like, "Do you wanna come? Like, we wanna have you in our nursing home," but just saying it in a way that makes it feel casual and not like you're begging. And just also being very like, "Even if our nursing home isn't the best fit for you, we just want your loved one happy and healthy. Whatever we can do during this process, let us know." And we genuinely do mean that. So I think just being a little bit more hands off, like, if they wanna come, they can, but also being persistent and being like, "We wanna make sure everything's okay," and social workers do appreciate you being persistent and following up and checking in, and I will say for me, I have terrible ADHD, so, like, my list on my notes app, that has worked for me in the short term. I would say long term, that has worked for me with building relationships is being very detail oriented and listening when people talk to you. So let's say, they really like this X, Y, and Z thing, or they have this show they're going to. The next time you see them, be like, "Oh, how was this show that you went to?" And it just shows them, whether they realize it or not, that you care and that you're listening. So yeah, just listening to people that has really helped me build long relationships in the hospitals.
It means a lot. It means a lot, like, when someone gets on with me and they're like, if I've mentioned my dog and they're like, "How's your dog?" Or, "Hey,"
Yeah.
like with Pamela, "Hey, have you been, to Disney lately?" Like, she just knows, right? Because she actually cared and remembered our
Mhm.
conversation, and that
Yeah.
goes a long way. This episode is brought to you by our amazing guest, Pamela Frenkel's company, Supreme Care Group. If your rehab center or healthcare facility wants a partner who is truly relationship driven, someone who builds trust with hospitals, social workers, and family, Supreme Care Group is the team you want beside you. Pamela and Chloe go above and beyond every single day to make sure patients are placed in the right environment with compassion, communication, and genuine care guiding every single step. As they head into the new year, they're opening space for a limited number of new client partnerships, and they're expanding their consulting work for facilities outside New York. To connect with them, learn more, or see the impact they make inside New York City hospitals, visit supremecaregroup.com or follow them on Instagram at Supreme Care Group. And if you're an entrepreneur who wants to support them, network with them, or simply follow along their journey, go show them some love over on socials, and you can find them again on Instagram at Supreme Care Group. So Pamela, you said you had so many people coming to you that you literally couldn't even handle it. That is some people's dream. How did you get to that point where so your reputation was amazing? How did you get people where they were contacting you and filling up your schedule and you had that beautiful, what I call the gorgeous luxury of being able to turn not excellent clients away. How did you get to that spot with your business?
So, like Chloe said, we never solicited. I'm actually against soliciting. I'm not saying for everyone, for us, I think when you're hiring someone to sell your product, I really want a client that already knows about us and knows what happy to pay, wants the service. I didn't find it just didn't sit right with me to go and try to find people and convince them that we could help fill, because again, these are people, right? They're humans. It's not something you could promise. You could just know that we're going to work the hardest, we're the best, and that's it. So I could really say it was literally from hard work, good reputation, word of mouth, strong online presence. And I think also, like, we're very genuine. Like everything Chloe said, it's true. We don't, first of all, the patients and the hospitals don't are not the ones paying us. So it's not like something where we're trying to get anything out of them. We're really there to place them in the right place. And us staying in touch with the families. And we went the other day to visit our patients. The patients are already in. Like if we were just in it for numbers, it's like you don't think we have a million other things to do. But that's what I love about having Chloe. I think we have like very similar values, and
Mhm.
it's like if we spoke to the family on the phone and we made this connection and they trust us and believe in us, so they sent, we really want to go visit their family member for them. We don't have to, we don't get anything out of it. It's just us like really being true to what we want our business to stand for, you know? So um I could really say like between that and God, like we don't solicit.
That's so beautiful. Like, it's truly just being genuinely good people. Like, that's what's making you stand out so much, and it's a shame for the business community at large, but it's such a beautiful thing for people like you and for businesses like yours. Like, that's a wonderful thing that you're able to just be genuine, and that puts you ahead of most people,
And word of mouth,
and
which
word of
is
mouth.
why good, happy clients are so much more valuable than more clients. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it's
yes.
a very small industry, and I felt that it's so much better to keep, let's say, the ones you have happy that they renew, right? And people are going to ask them about you. They're going to then have a million for like 2, 3 months and not be giving anyone the right attention. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, I think that goes so far, especially for people that are starting new, like, yes, I mean, you need clients and you might need a certain amount, but, like, those first clients, man, treat them like they are
Yeah,
the
family OG,
these
yeah.
these yeah, like, they are your OG people, they are your founding clients, like, I mean, when you can get a rave review out of those people, oh, it's just gonna
Oh,
go.
wait, can I add one more thing? And I thought
Yeah.
your turn. And I love this saying, and it's so true, and I know easier said than done, but that's why I think anyone opening their own business, mm, try to do it in a way, like even when I did it, I set it up that hopefully, right, everyone pays, but like that I had contracts before I left. Why? Because if you're hungry, like it's gonna like people smell it and it's so unattractive and it's so like there's a quote like neediness is the antithesis to desire, right? So if you're coming off needy to the social worker, to the family, to the client because you're desperate for their business, like it's not good. Not a
Mm-mm.
good look.
And I think that totally connects to Chloe's, like, approach too when she goes and talks to them. I love that you said that because it's so, she's almost like she said, like, "I'm not gonna push anything. I'm not here to, like, pressure you. I'm just checking." Like,
Mhm.
there's such a difference between, like, showing up and being persistent and then being desperate, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And it
Like
sounds
I'm
like,
saving the bed. Did you want it? We spoke the other day. You said you wanted it. Da, da, da.
"Yeah,
Versus
we
like,
got one left. It's about to go."
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
not just, "Hey, we just wanna make sure you know it's still there for you if you need it, and we're happy to give it to you. That's way more attractive and appealing, and even if they
Yeah.
don't need it, they're still gonna be like, "Well, thank you, like, thank we actually found another one, but thank you so much." They're not gonna
Exactly.
be like, "Oh god, like, this annoying pestering person." And so you both, like, did that really well, like, and I think that, lures people in. And Chloe, is that something you learned from Pamela, or was that just natural for you in
I definitely feel like Pamela sets the tone for the business. My I definitely feel like she makes me feel like it's okay because she never puts pressure on me. So I feel like when the top isn't putting pressure on you, it's a lot easier.
Right.
It kinda, like, trickles down, so I feel a lot more comfortable to be like if she was like, "Hey, we need these bed da 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 da," like, I would definitely maybe go in there and be like, "Hey, it's so I
I'm
gotta
about
pay
to get yelled
I
at.
gotta pay rent this month, please." No.
I'm gonna miss my quota, please take this step.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I definitely feel like she sets up a environment and sets the tone for the whole business, so I feel like I feel a lot more chill and relaxed, but I feel like just, like, basic, you would
Chloe's very good at it naturally.
yeah, I try to
She
be
is.
as diplomatic as possible, but I feel like when you're chill and then, like she said, not needy, it just reads so much better than coming in there. And like I said, these social workers, we're not the only people that do this job, right? So there's 100 different personalities walking in the door, selling 100 different products. When you stand out is when you just, you come, you're polite, you're sweet, but no one wants to hear after dealing with 9 different family members and all these patients, "Oh, do you have a bed for me? Are you thinking about me?" No one wants to hear that, So
They're
I
like,
think
I
just
have my own job. My job is not to
exactly,
sit
like,
here and feed
they
you.
don't work for me, they
Yeah.
don't work for me, so it's just kind of putting yourself in other people's shoes, I think has really helped us navigate relationship building in general, just being like, they deal with a lot. Come there, be positive, even if whatever happened outside of the hospital doors or, like, something affected me and bothered me, I don't need to bring that there, like, come with good energy. I've had times where I've had to take like 5 minutes before being social and being like, okay, let's center ourselves. Let's get good energy. And yeah.
A
Yeah, I
lot
think
of energy.
it is, and I think pausing, like you said, Chloe, is so important sometimes to, like, make sure that energy that you're gonna come in there with is good. Like, it's good,
Yeah.
it's generous, it's not desperate. Yeah, I think that's, like, a great tip right now for the entrepreneur who's a little frazzled going into some of these meetings, like,
Hmm.
pause. If you have to wait a couple minutes, like, do that so that your frame is correct. Like, you are going
Yeah.
in there with a generosity of spirit, not a desperation or neediness, but, like, with the right heart and the right mind.
Yeah.
So I love that. Now, okay, where you guys are in your business, it's a very exciting time. Obviously, you guys are busy. You're doing some great stuff. Pamela, what's coming up for you guys? Like, what are you working on?
Well, we're bringing on a new client this month, which is exciting.
Nice.
We try, like I said, to like kind of we've been thankfully keeping the ones we have. So when we bring someone on, it's almost like a new member of the family. And it's going to be Thanksgiving. So we're always doing fun things with the hospitals, giving things out, trying to help donate to their causes. But really, I would say like the biggest thing coming up, it's almost holiday time, and that's huge in our fields. All the like companies and the hospitals throw events and parties, and it's just like a really nice time to connect to people that you're like day to day working. It's very fast paced. It's like could be high stress. So holiday time is really nice because first of all, any families or patients that are unfortunately have to be in the hospital or in the rehab during that time, it's a little harder for them and more lonely. So we're always doing like fun activities or trying to help visit and so that part's nice. And then just in terms of like with the people that we work with, it's just like always fun and nice to like that's the time of year kind of everyone like sees each other again and that so I
Love
like
it.
that.
What kind of events do you do for like you said we have Thanksgiving coming up. What are some of the fun things that you guys do in the hospitals?
Well, let's say we're always giving out gifts from the nursing home rehab centers, like cute, like pens and pillows, and I don't know during the summer, like umbrellas and beach chairs. But we're focusing now. I've been doing a lot of in services luncheon, so we bring and we host lunch for the discharge staff, the social workers, the case managers, the doctors. So as long as they allow us to come in, that's nice. We show our appreciation. We get to talk to them a little bit, tell them about our services, see what they need. So that's nice for them. And then with our facilities, each one they do pumpkin decorating and they're always doing different things like for the families and for the residents. So we try to make our rounds and participate.
I love that. I love that you guys go and join in too. So I used to be a
Yeah.
teacher. I was a teacher for 10 years. And
Oh, wow. What do you
so
teach?
I taught I private tutored for a long time, and then I taught ESL. I taught second grade, fourth grade, and then
Wow.
like
I also used to be a teacher.
you did? You were
Yeah.
a teacher too?
Yeah.
What did
Sixth
you
and
teach?
seventh grade girls.
No
It was
way.
like Jewish history. Yeah.
Oh, so that is so fun. And so I'm guessing actually you have this same experience then. So we would have people come and bring stuff and like do lunches for us or something like that, like for the teacher. And it meant so much. Like sometimes I'd almost be like in tears, like just being able to run and like grab a lunch, like a
We didn't
nice
get that
lunch.
yet. No tears.
No tears. They're like, this isn't what we
They're
ordered. No, I'm
like,
just
the
kidding.
food's a little cold. We're like,
I was like, "Thank you for this. This is so sweet." And I was
so
just like so
nice.
stressed out, like the sweetest, like something like that. Like I remember one guy just like brought pizza for my class one day, and I was like, "Wow, like this is so cool." And I don't know if you experienced that, Pamela, as a teacher too, but
No
like
one brought me lunch. No.
no one brought you lunch. Oh, will someone get there
Mm,
into that Jewish history
I
class?
know.
And maybe that's something you could do. You could just step in, whoever's teaching that class, like just come and bring her a coffee or something. So it's like the simplest thing can really just like make someone stay. So I love that you guys are doing that for people.
Yeah, like, when we have events, like, we'll do, let's say, happy hours or dinners or even like CEU events that they need credits. We're always sending them cars. Like, we want to make it as simple and easy as possible. They have a long day.
Yeah.
We'll send them a car back home or we'll Uber eat them, I don't know,
We try and
whatever they.
make everything, I feel like, super seamless. I feel like our job I love when people come up to us and like, "Oh my gosh, you guys look like you just have fun for a living." And we're like, "Well, that means we're doing our job right because we're marketers. Of course, we're supposed to make it look easy and fun and seamless." I take that as a compliment.
Like, the
We're
work that goes
hosting.
into before
uh,
Ubering 15 people from different hospitals, getting it, like, yeah, it's a lot of work.
Coordinating, even in parties, like coordinating 60 to 100 people, and then people are like, "Oh my gosh, you look like you're having a great time." I'm like, "If only you knew," but I
Yeah,
am.
It's like
But
50,000 things are going through my head right now, but I'm glad that you see that I'm
exactly.
having fun. Like,
exactly.
I will say another thing that we do during the giving season is some hospitals aren't they don't do like lunches or they don't really like when you bring stuff in. So what I started offering was, "Hey, is there a patient on the floor, maybe like a long-term patient that can't get placed? Is there something that we can bring them that would like brighten their day?" Sometimes
Oh,
that could look like a coloring book or stuff like that, just to offer it to be like, even if you don't want it, is there somebody on your floor or that isn't being placed in the nursing home that we can help. So some people have responded really well to that. If they are not able to take like food, some of the hospitals aren't comfortable with that.
oh, that's
So,
awesome. Like, I
yeah,
love the pivoting. I love the creativity. And again, all just out
yeah,
of generosity. Like, it shows that you really care. Guys, AI is moving fast, like blink and it's different kind of fast. And if you've been thinking, I know I should be using this in my business, I just have no idea where to start or what to do, I've got two pieces of good news for you. One, you are not alone. And two, that is what my business, Archer AI, was created to do. I talk with you, I sit down, I learn about your business, figure out where AI can save you time or make you more money, and then I build it for you. It's custom, simple, and done so that you can stay focused on what you do best. Grab a call at archerai.org and let's get you ahead of the curve. So this holiday season is going to be awesome for you guys. And then, so Pamela, if we're talking like this time next year, what are your hopes for your company for the next year? Where would you like to see yourself? Where would you like to see you and Chloe?
well, first of all, I hope that we just continue to be successful with the clients we have. We really love working with our team. And I do feel like we become almost like you can't tell we're even a third party. Like, we really feel like we're part of the regular staff. So I would love to continue to be successful with that. Something that Chloe and I did a little bit last year, which I would love to maybe in the future, is people called us from out of state. So we started to consult a little bit. So obviously it's a little unique because what's our strength here? We have the connections and the network in New York City. But still, I think we brought a really big value even to just go for a few days and kind of like assess their team. There's nothing like the New York hustle. and I really feel like it was beneficial. We gave him a lot of good tips and ideas, and so that's something I think we would both like really enjoy and could be like cool a little bit, giving us like variety without changing up what we have going.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so
can I
yeah.
throw Florida back in the ring for that? Yes.
Yeah, I'm down for Florida.
Come on, there's so many good
Oh, it's a
flights
big
between you
medical
guys.
place.
Yeah, it's massive. Like there are amazing, huge hospitals all around me. So, and I'm in Orlando, but you mentioned Miami too, Chloe. I mean, they're everywhere, and there's plenty of
Okay,
direct flights.
let's manifest it with my
Right?
background.
I mean, come on. And you have me here too to help you. I can go
Yes.
be the physical embodiment and like introduce and like go in person for you guys until you get here. So it's
That's
just
so
awesome.
awesome. I love that idea.
But that's fun. That's a really fun goal for the next year for you guys. And I can see how that would be. I can just imagine you two traveling and just having the best time together.
We did, and we
We
did.
did already. Yeah.
It's so fun. Wait, where did you go already?
We went to Vegas. We went
Mhm.
to
Oh,
Florida. And we went to Chicago.
oh, heck yeah. Okay, well, you're picking some good places too.
They
That's lovely.
picked us. We don't
Yeah.
solicit, remember?
You talk about manifesting then. Like literally these people are showing up at your door and you're ending up in Florida, Vegas, and Chicago. Like uh, some of the
Mhm.
top places you can go in the US. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And I can't wait to, by the way, I go to New York at least once a year. It's like
You gotta come
my
see
heart
us.
city. When I come, you two better be
He
there.
needs to come to our
We're
holiday
gonna take you
party.
out. We'll make a dinner party and you'll see what we're talking about.
I would love that. Like even if you guys are doing like your own uh like
Like have
business, I'll come join and I'm just gonna
of
come and say
course.
hello and
Yes.
because I think
Maybe
it's fun.
even if
It's
you
so
give
fun.
us notice, we could like do one of our like let's say holiday time we're gonna do a party. In the summer we do a party. Like imagine if she could be at Britt could be at our party.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Wait, what's the summer party? I love New York in the summer.
It's
Ah!
they're all
Love.
crazy, but everyone
We'll
says
send
it
our
gets
last
better.
video to you
Yeah, oh my God.
of the last one.
I will, but like,
Oh,
yeah.
oh gosh. I love it. I love you
The
guys.
last one was a little crazier because it was really Chloe's 1 year anniversary
Oh,
party.
No, I wasn't talking about that one. I was talking about the summer, like
Oh, the real one. Okay,
the
fine,
real
fine, fine.
one.
Okay.
That one doesn't count. That
The
one.
the Chloe one we'll have to show you over like drinks, like not on the podcast.
I love it. See, like you've got like the professional business relationship, but you've also got like
Yes.
this actual genuine relationship. And I hate when people are like, "Oh, you have to keep like, you have to be like this. You have to have."
I said
these
that also
boundaries."
to you. I
Right?
also hate that.
It is so unnatural. And I'm like, that's why people probably hate their work. That's why people,
Yeah.
don't respect each other as well in the office. I mean, you can respect each other, but like, especially when you're a small business, there's nothing wrong with having actual good relationships with
Yeah.
your
I think it's the
Genuine.
best. That's like Chloe's helping raise my baby. Wow, you want a stranger? You want someone like I'm
I
so
was like,
not
is this
into
a metaphor with
Also,
uh,
yeah, no, Chloe, that is my child, and that's personal life. So you have nothing to do with that. You can't meet my child. Like it's crazy to me. It's just so unnatural. Like I like the way that you guys work together, and you could tell you're
And by
really
the way, we're like
each
this
other.
also with the people we work with. Like at Chloe's anniversary party, we still invited whoever we work with in the house. So it's not like it's like, oh my gosh, like we don't want them to see us like that. Like don't follow my personal Instagram. Like
no.
we're nothing to hide. We're good people. We're
We obviously like we read the room, we fill it out, like
yeah,
all right, they want to be our friend, then it's like fine. But like of course, like feeling the room and feeling the vibes, not everyone is like responsible to that. Some people want we fill it out. Whoever wants to have like professional relationships, we definitely have
yeah.
those. And then we have our people that like it just happens.
Keep
Like you see these
coming.
people all the time. Naturally, you're gonna hit it off with certain people.
I
So
love that. And look how it transitions into such
yeah.
solid, like actual good relationships, because even if they transition and they're no longer a client at some point, you're still going to have them as a friend.
Yeah.
They know that you're genuinely there and it's not like you're going to drop them, that like the second you don't want to work with them anymore or whatever, like, or you can't handle them anymore. They're going to know you love them genuinely.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
you guys still continue your relationships.
And I will say this industry is so small that I would never understand when people would like cut off bridges or burn bridges. Like even if there's been times where I've met social workers in the hospital or people in the hospital, maybe they were having a bad day. I still keep my composure and I'm like, yeah, of course. Like never ever burn bridges, even if you don't hit it off with somebody right away. Like, be friendly, be cordial with everyone because you never know how you're gonna, maybe need them or maybe they'll need you
Like you said,
further
they could be
on.
having a bad day. Like,
Yeah,
that's
like,
easy
hey,
work. Like, that's hard
exactly.
work. So showing people just a little bit of grace, like a little, like
Don't take things personal. I've
yes.
gone into rooms and no one has spoken to me, no one has talked to me. I don't take anything personal. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's fine. It happens. Like, just let things roll off you.
Again,
Don't
I'm
take,
here to help. If you
yeah.
want the help, great. If not, that's fine too.
They're
Like,
doing
I
their
love it.
job. I'm doing my job.
Exactly.
Like, it's okay. I've had times where I'm like, damn, everyone was staring at me and they hated me. So,
You're like, honey, they were just hungry. They hadn't eaten
Yeah,
in
and I'm
12
also like,
hours.
right.
who cares? That's part of the job. Like you're
Yeah.
offering a service. It's okay. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
that's
you will feel so stupid sometimes, but it's okay. It's like a rejection. What's that thing that's going around? Rejection therapy or like rejection exposure? There's like,
yeah, it's true. This job is rejection. Because there are times like we're acting well, like now people know us. In the beginning, you'll get thrown off floors.
yeah,
Directors will scream at you, who told you could be here, who gave you permission, why, right? Like it's not so simple, you're out there in a hospital trying to market. So it's definitely like builds thick skin.
It
yeah,
does, and I love that you're saying, like, yeah, don't take it personal. Like you said, Pamela, you could have been the 15th person to show up that day. It had nothing to do with
yeah,
you. And so it's the same, like, I like to think of it sometimes in the form of, like, Instagram ads. Like, when you're going through your ads, I don't get
yeah.
mad that an ad comes across me that doesn't resonate. Even if I skip it, like, it doesn't glad that the
Hey,
ad came, right? Like, and then sometimes I like see the same ad like 5 times and like the first time it didn't resonate. But to your point again, Chloe, like what you're talking about with consistency and being kindly persistent, sometimes by
Yeah.
the 5th, 6th time I see it, I'm like, that's actually pretty cool. Let me check that out,
yeah.
And but it's not personal. Like if it doesn't, it's not, you're not going to be for everyone. No one's business will
Yeah.
ever be for everyone, right? So like we just don't take it personal. You find the people that it does resonate with, and that's business and it's wonderful. So I love the way you guys approach that. Okay, let me ask you guys. So AI is my thing. I love AI. Are you guys seeing in business behind the scenes, in front of the scenes? Are you using it in your business? What are your thoughts on AI in your industry right now?
Okay, so we were actually just talking to a client that about that robot. I don't know if that's considered like he was about to buy it. It just came out this robot that what did the robot do therapy or watch them at home or something?
Yeah, the robot, I think
Or
it
speak a
watches
different language?
it speaks like 20 languages, it watches over people. It's a little freaky.
Yeah. It's kind of new in our field. Like I haven't seen it. So I mean, I like now people are using more for maybe translation, but that was the first time a client said he literally said he was like about to buy it. It was like $20,000. I forgot. I have to ask him what specifically he was going to do in the home, but something helping with the patient. And it's if things develop and it becomes like a very short thing, I could see a million ways that it could be useful. Like, with admissions, I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of positions that are very time sensitive and like you need to have someone always answering even what we do. And then we have a lot of issues with language barrier sometimes. We have a lot of issues where like I wouldn't say issue, but like they want you to eyeball a patient. But let's say we're in the city, we're in the Bronx. Imagine if you could have like a real live, I don't know, robot that could like check out a patient and see their behaviors. I don't know. I could imagine a million ways, but I'm not seeing anything, let's say, yet super concrete, but I've heard the buzz.
But
Yeah.
things are the wheels are turning, things are
Yeah.
happening. And when
Yeah.
you say robot with this one, was it a physical? It's a physical robot
Yeah.
that does this. So, ooh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, you'll have to tell me how that goes because
And we have
I love
doctors, we
that.
have surgeons that do surgery with, I mean, I
Like the
don't know if that's
robotic.
AI, yeah, with like literally they're holding directing it, but they're not even the one actually working on the patient.
And those are usually so I once upon a life I was a writer for medical companies and they're
my
like
gosh.
the maggot. Yeah, guys, I've
You
lived
did
so
a
many
lot of
lives.
things.
100 lives.
So many lives. And but I remember
Oh
like
my
it was
God.
so the robotic surgery is insanely helpful because they it's way less invasive, right? So
Yeah.
way more specific and
Yeah.
accurate. It's so cool. So I'm a big fan of technology, love it. But I know like Chloe, you mentioned, a little creepy. Sometimes I think we're
Yeah.
just all sorting it out. So I'd love to hear how it's coming into your world right now.
Yeah.
Okay, now both of you can answer this one. So I want you both to take a shot at this. I love to ask my guests. And okay, it's three things. You get to choose one of them, unless you have more than that. That's fine. But I'm going to give you three options, and I want you to give a recommendation to our audience from it. Okay, so a book, a podcast, or a social media profile that you recommend people check out. So a
Love
book, a
this.
podcast, or a social media
Does it
profile.
have to be related to business?
No, ma'am, not at all. I got my answer
Okay.
is constantly Amy Poehler's Good Hang podcast. Love it. It
Wait,
makes
shoot,
me
I have to
happy.
write this down.
Oh, it's so good. It's so funny. It's so well done.
What's it called?
It's called Good Hang with Amy Poehler. Fantastic. When you need just like a little bit, you're on the metro and you just need like a little lightning like thing to just lighten up your day or whatever. It's just fun. It's her and mainly comedians she's chatting with, and it's just wonderful.
Ooh.
So, but nothing business related at all. So, but yes, if you'd like to, or go however you want.
Okay, Chloe, you first.
Okay, I feel like my answers are basic, so I'm just gonna say I'm just gonna like put a disclosure. I listen to Jay Shetty's podcast all the time. I don't know if it's like his accent, but like I put him on and I feel like I'm just better than I'm like, ugh, I'm just so much
I
I'm
listen to
like
him on Calm.
I'm just like a better member of society today because I
Oh.
listen to his podcast. So I do think podcasts are super important. I'm on the journey of like trying to be more educated and articulate. So he has really helped me. And he's super good with like navigating your feelings and really, really great advice. So I love him. I also anything by Joe Dispenza, the books, love.
Do you have
Mhm.
one in particular to
There's
recommend?
one I can see the cover, but I can't give you the name. It's the one that's like the blue cover with the brain and the puzzle on it.
Okay.
That book.
Did you watch the documentary? Because it's amazing.
And
Heal.
I
You
love
must watch Heal if you
Heal.
love Joe.
Okay.
Heal. Wow.
There you go.
love his
That's
book.
not mine though. I have other ones.
But that's
Yeah.
good. I love that. I didn't even ask about documentary. That's great.
I'm reading Atomic Habits right now, another like basic book. Like literally just Google self-help and that's probably the first
I
book
have
that
it
comes up.
also.
But
Yeah,
it's really good
there.
too. It's like a little repetitive, but I really love it. Oh, How to Influence People and Make Friends. Fabulous book. Sorry. You
Classic.
asked for one, I gave three. Like, can you
No,
tell us
I
about
love
Yeah.
it. We're going to put it, and we're throwing them all out there because they're all wonderful. And there are some
That's a
I've heard of and
really
some I
good one.
haven't. Yeah.
Yes. And what was the other question? Social media?
A social media profile. It could be Instagram, Twitter, well, X, TikTok.
Media.
And it's okay.
Jay
if you don't have-
Shetty. Jay
I'm being
Shetty.
so bad at being Gen Z right now that I don't have Instagram.
That's good. This is a trick question, and
Was
you
this a
won.
trick question?
I'm actually surprised. I thought that might have been, and there's me as a millennial projecting to the Gen Z that would have been the first thing. And you know what? No, you came back with
No,
podcasts.
Chloe's a very old soul.
I like I said, I have such bad ADHD that once I go on TikTok, like my brain, I'm like 50. I'm like, I need to buy a house in Berlin. I need to like, I just like I can't do that. So
Got you.
I have to like read a book, watch a YouTube. Oh, I do want to Stephen Kirkin on YouTube.
Ooh.
Fire. He's a pastor. I don't know for the Christian listeners. He is so amazing. Yes. He's like
Love
has a
that.
lot of like let go and let God is like his kind of thing. So for people who want more of a spiritual love.
Nice. Chloe
Love
coming
that.
in with the Rex. I love
We like
it.
do like a monthly, like, I don't know, podcast.
Want to get
book
his
club?
right name.
Yeah. I feel like
Yes.
we need that. That's like, because I just learned so much.
Yes.
That's why this is a question I ask every guest because I just am fascinated with the answers.
Britt, I hope you do that like thing you spoke about with everybody.
The book.
Like maybe you were gonna make a group or
Oh,
something.
yes. So one person, because my goal is to have Chloe. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. I don't know. I don't think I have yet. The goal is to do at least 100 of these. So one of the thoughts I have is to like just compile all these like podcasts into like a short story per entrepreneur company. And
Um,
then we talked about just like getting all the entrepreneurs that I interviewed together and just like in a group.
Information from one well runs dry or something like that. So it's like
Ooh,
very
yeah.
smart to get everybody's different
Yeah.
insight. Love
Well,
that.
because yeah, like, what if you're like, "Hey, I just like anyone know about this robot? This thing sounds crazy. Like, this is super cool."
Yeah.
And then the other guy's like, "Oh yeah, actually, I've just implemented that, with some of my clients. It's amazing." Like, it's just so cool to have like the collective like wisdom
Yeah,
together.
and to touch on what you were saying about AI before, like, that's why it's super important. I feel like human connection can never be replaced by AI. Like, it is so important to do things where you talk to people, and I feel like even me with, like, the ChatGPT, I'm like, "This is too much." And you could tell, like, bring personality back to emails, to social
Yeah.
media, like, you could tell when someone just ChatGPT'd an email. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like, we
Yeah.
love AI, it's a tool, but do not make it, like, replace the
Instead.
human experience.
exactly right.
Yes.
Exactly right. Like,
As a Gen Z,
it's a tool from a
as a
Gen
Gen
Z
Zer.
person.
From
It's
a real
cool.
live Gen Z person.
I love it. Pamela, what are your recs?
Okay. Um, First of all, I could say running a business and being in business, I feel like that's another thing I love about Chloe, but I definitely had to like take this upon myself, especially like I'm a mom, whatever, and busy. Like, you still need to feed your soul, like
Mhm.
you still need to feed your soul. You can't be every single second about like technicality or numbers or business, especially in our type of field or sales or marketing. We are bringing our energy. So you have to like keep that sacred and like invest in that and nurture
Mhm.
that. So I got very into recently. It's not for everyone. It's a little slow, but like if you're really like I found it to like really help me. Tara Brach on podcast. I don't know if I'm saying the right Brach. It's very about like meditation. She speaks so slow and soft and like talks about like so many just like different interpersonal and emotional and um I feel like it really like helped like ground me when I was like, sometimes our days could be like crazy and just kind of like remember still to like do things slow, take care of yourself, listen to your voice, give yourself time, maybe wake up a little earlier. Like you're gonna run out of energy and you're gonna run dry if you're just like go, 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 you know?
Mhm.
Um, so I love her. I love Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life. Love. Um, all of this stuff, by the way, like I was interested in way before this career. And I feel like Chloe also, but like that's investing in you as a person, just how to deal
Yeah.
with people, learning about personalities, learning about yourself, listening to your voice, like all these things really also do help you in business.
Nice.
Um, I think that was it.
I
Yeah,
very
did I
much agree
say?
with that,
Oh,
by the
you
way.
Yeah.
always mention Pamela Abraham Hicks. That's
Oh
who you
my God,
say.
I
Oh,
love
she always talks about
it.
Abraham Hicks.
Abraham Hicks like got me through my divorce. Like literally it's like no therapist, no mentor. And even now, like that's why I'm so grateful for Chloe, even though like she's younger than me and quote unquote my employee, like she's like a partner for me. Like I really don't have anybody that I talk to, ask. Like I just kind of like did it. So
Mhm.
Abraham Hicks is like very inspiring. You could type in literally any topic in the world. Like even I've had people through work going through hard times, let's say moving, divorce, illness. It's like you type in her name and that topic, you could hear something just little and short that like I think really just could like recalibrate you and really like
Yeah.
Nice.
reset.
This is how I know that your manifestation powers are extremely strong. Now
See
I get
why?
it. The
Because of
Yeah.
her.
yeah, and like Abraham Hicks and like you are working on you are working on that inside so much that and you have been before, right? You didn't just do this and then start working
But
inside.
I did get distracted, and that's why I want to tell the people out there, it's like, don't let the business take that away from you. Like you don't want to be washed up and like feel like you were used and abused to like serve everyone else and then like you're gone. Like you
Yeah.
also matter, your time, your values, your feeling good, your spiritual side, like everything.
Yeah, I think Brené Brown talks about that a lot. She's like, you cannot serve people from an empty cup. Like,
Yeah.
you just can't, and, like, it's beautiful that you wanna, like, give and give and give, and that's fantastic, but you have to take care of yourself because you can't love anyone. I think, she said one time, like, "You cannot love anyone more than you love yourself, so you better
Yeah.
love yourself a whole lot, and you
Mm.
better be really well taken care of so that you can very much take care of other people."
Yeah, and
It's
that
great
also goes
tips.
back to, like, what we were saying about, like, yeah, you do have to be picky about who your clients are because these are people you're talking to and dealing with and giving to and helping and serving every day, like,
Mm.
how's that gonna play out if it's not, so, like, you have to be careful who you surround yourself with, who you're dealing with every day. Who do you wanna deal with? Who's making you do better? Who's making you be more successful? Who's draining your energy? Like, imagine one client could drain all your energy away from the 6 others, like, not worth
Yep.
it. Like,
Oh, that's such a good
we've
oh,
let people go, like, that we could have made a lot of money and had them signed for 6 months, and we're like, "It's not worth it."
mm-mm. It's
Yeah.
not, and it drains you so much. You are so right. I just the other day had someone was missed on my calendar. There was like a syncing problem. And this was with a partner's like a friend's company that I'm helping with, okay? But the person that I missed who was a potential client wrote such a like rude email at like which I understand. You just got like you missed a meet, like I did not show up for the Zoom and I was supposed to, so I understood, but like that happens to me at least once a day. It's already happened to me today.
Yeah, mistakes
I'm never
happen.
mad about it. I'm just like, hey, like we didn't meet up, let's like hey, let's find another time.
Reschedule, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's no big deal. And just his way, and like my friend was like, oh, but like should we like problem stuff here, and I was like, no, because we don't want to work with someone like that.
Yeah.
Can already tell. In
Exactly.
fact, they saved us hours and hours of time and hair.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to. You can, but I am
It's
not.
like dating. It's like you saw the red flags. Don't ignore the red flags.
Right? And right from the beginning too, like, I mean, just yes. And so I 100% agree with that. That's awesome. Okay, you too. And so I would love both of you to answer this one too. And I know Chloe, like you're in a bit of a different role, but I'd still love your take. One message you would like entrepreneurs listening to this to take away from our chat today.
I think we touched on it, but I still think I would say it's like the most important thing. And I think you see it both like Chloe and I didn't know each other before. We're different ages. We have different backgrounds. My master's is in education, like nothing to do with this. I think that you'll be the most successful if you really like people always say like what you love. It's not work, it's still going to be an effort, right? It's not always going to be the field the same as a hobby, but to tap into things that like are your strength and
I
come
was gonna
natural to
say the
you
same thing.
and like
Yes.
build on that because like let's say that's such a big part of our what we do, but that part's we love that part. Like it doesn't mean it's always easy and sometimes we're tired and whatever, but we love meeting people, we love talking to people, we love hosting events. We're both very social, we're friendly, people like being around us, we're not judgmental, we're right. So like those are all strengths that we were born with way before we knew each other and before we got into this career. And if you tap into that, like I hate when people like do what you love, like no, it doesn't always work like that. I have a family to support, right? Like I love to dance. Like I was making $40 an hour. Like that did not last long, you know? So like you can't always, but like to tap into your strength, yes. Everybody could think about like what is your strength and go with that and surround yourself by like the right people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great answer. And Chloe, yours is similar, which I
Mine was
love.
similar, but I'll just like say this instead. I feel like so much of what the advice out there is like planning, and you have to have a set plan for everything, and you have to be super knowledgeable and educated about everything. I feel like the best way is just action, one foot in front of the other. Just get started and learn as you go. I think, especially when we were talking about AI and like social media, there is literally so much information on social media that it is so overwhelming and it's like pulling you in a million different directions. Focus on one thing, put one foot in front of the other, and just set an action and do it. If you're terrible at it, it's fine, but your brain doesn't learn. I also love neuroplasty, as you were talking about, and your brain and how all that stuff works. Your brain does not learn from just watching and examining, it learns by action, muscle, and
Mm.
mind movement. So, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you want to start a business in, just one foot in front of the other and do it. and stop worrying about, oh, I have the perfect plan. I have the perfect this, just one foot in front of the other and
You
action.
hear that, entrepreneurs? That is it from Chloe.
Don't
That
they?
I love
100%.
that.
Do it. Go. Do it. Take the action. Like
Yeah.
that's where so many people get hung up. You're exactly right. So man, you guys are bringing the knowledge. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And Chloe, thanks for
This
jumping
is our
on with me
first
and Pamela.
podcast. We were like born for this.
You guys were, but I was gonna say, when it comes to doing your strengths, I feel like you guys have found another one. So, okay, both of you, I want you to tell us, last question here before we hop off. How can people learn more about what you do? Those people, whether in New York or maybe out of New York, and they may want to be like those cool people in Vegas and Florida and Chicago.
Yeah.
We've got you to come see them. How can people reach out, learn more about what you do? How can they follow along? And I'm talking websites, Instagram, socials, whatever. How can they find you?
Okay, so we do have a website, supremecaregroup.com. So you could check us out over there. We have some testimonials, shows a little bit about the facilities that we work with. We're on Instagram, Supreme Care Group. It's a little more fun, some videos, pictures, like day to day. We're always posting like when we're in different hospitals and the activities that we're doing, and if we're at our facilities, events that they're doing. And am I missing anything? Obviously, we're on
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, Facebook. I would say the most like accessible wise, and like, our numbers are all there, and you can message us on Instagram. And we both use our personal cell phones. Like, we're super on it and we're reachable. And yeah, Instagram, I would say, is probably the best way. And then the website more to just kind of like learn about our facilities and more what we do.
Awesome. Awesome. Chloe, anything to add? Or did she nail it?
She nailed it. I loved it. That's it.
That CEO energy from Pamela. We love
Yes.
Well, thank you guys so much for chatting. This has been awesome. For a
Thank you
first
for
podcast,
having
you
us.
certainly are like major pros. So again, add it to your list. We'll go
Yes.
party in New York or down in here at Florida.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna hang out. But thank you guys for taking the time and sharing such awesome advice with everybody. I appreciate
Thank you for talking to us. This is our dream. We love when you talk to us.
it.
I love this.
So we'll come back for a part 2 then. Wow, everybody, what an incredible conversation. I am still riding the high from talking with Pamela and Chloe. Their heart, their humor, their honesty, and the way they show up for people is truly something special. If you fell in love with them the way that I did, make sure to check out Supreme Care Group at supremecaregroup.com, and you can follow along with them on Instagram at Supreme Care Group. So go support them, connect with them, and keep learning from the way that they lead with compassion, confidence, and real relationship-driven values. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the show, and thank you for being an entrepreneur in the arena, building, growing, and becoming braver every single day. We'll see you next time on the Entrepreneur Pod Guide. Now go get them.